what I'm going to do once I get this all sliced is I'm going to rinse it, because you have to wash the cabbage, and then I'm going to pour kosher salt. And this is something that it's easy to find. Kosher salt is in just about every grocery store, so you want to use that liberally. You're going to rinse all of this off, so you shouldn't be afraid of using a lot of the kosher salt. And what this is going to do, you kind of mix it in so that it gets distributed. More kosher salt. And after just a little while, what happens is that the cabbage starts to get soft, and it'll already start to reduce in volume. My mother used to call this making the cabbage weep, because water comes out of it, and you can actually press some water out of it, which is good because it takes a shorter time to saute.
Now,
you can see that this is just brimming over, but it will reduce and be a fraction of its former self very shortly.
and you told me a story about going up on the elevator to your grandmother's apartment.
Yeah, I lived in New York until I was 12, so we went to visit our grandparents very, very frequently. And so we'd go up in the elevator. She lived in a small apartment building in Far Rockaway, New York, and we'd come up to the fourth floor, and the elevator door would open, and the smell of the Kraut Pletzlach would just perfume the entire hallway. It was so delicious. I'm sure that she had neighbors that were salivating down the hall, but anyway, it was just always a treat to know that that was coming when she opened the door and I was going to get to have some. So this was a very highly requested dish that she made especially for me and my brother and my mom and dad. It's much more reduced and soft, and that smell, so great. Starting to get that golden color. So the cabbage is now nice and brown, and it's soft and sweet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the broad noodles, the extra wide noodles, to this. And I want to get every last one of them because they're so good. And then I'll just fold them together. I just want to make sure that the cabbage is distributed through all the noodles. And I was generous in salting the water when I cooked the noodles so that they have good flavor themselves. I used about 1.5 tablespoons of salt in that water for cooking the noodles.
So now we have Kraut Pletzlach.
Now we have Kraut Pletzlach. It's all mixed in. This keeps really well for a few days in the refrigerator. You can warm it up on the stove or warm it in the microwave, and you've got a great meal side dish with a salad or an accompaniment to any kind of meat. It's great with chicken. It's great with beef. Yum. Want to try some?
Yes.